I got news for you. What feels like God opposing you is often God appointing you. Pressure is not a courtroom where you are sentenced. It is a classroom where you are shaped. Please write that down. The weight on your chest, the disruption in your routines, the separation from people who once applauded you. This is not divine rejection. It is divine instruction. The hidden curriculum of dominion is taught in a school without posters and without applause. And you don't graduate by comfort. You graduate by wisdom. Say it with me. I am not being punished. I am being prepared. I want you to self-diagnose your season, because mislabeling your moment will make you quit the very class designed to crown you. If you're experiencing pressure that exposes your impatience, disruptions that cancel your usual distractions, separations that reveal who is for your destiny versus who is for your convenience, I want you to write this down. Don't run, recognize. Don't curse the class, cooperate with the curriculum. Don't demand relief, demand revelation. Say it again, with authority. I am not being punished, I am being prepared. Let me introduce you to your training metaphor. Are there eagles in this room? Then listen to the logic of the Creator's design. Eagles are trained by storms, by thorns, and by height. Pigeons are trained by comfort and crowds. Eagles love altitude where the air is thin and the noise is minimal. Pigeons love the city square where crumbs are plenty and courage is rare. You must decide today which classroom you will attend. If you crave applause, you will live on crumbs. If you submit to pressure, you will learn currents, you will ride winds, you will soar where others suffocate. Give yourself a hand if you choose the Eagles class. Write this down. Wisdom first, success second. Success without wisdom is sabotage in slow motion, a blessing you cannot survive, a platform that exposes your immaturity. God does not promote you so you can become wise. He trains you in wisdom so promotion will not destroy you. That is why the pressure is precise. That is why the test keeps repeating. Diamonds are formed under pressure and leaders are formed under scrutiny. Eagles test before they trust, and the Creator tests before He entrusts. I want you to know today, God is not punishing you. He is proofing you, stretching your capacity, refining your judgment, so your success will not become your funeral. Now, write down 3 questions for your own life. Where is the pressure? What is it pressing out of me? Who am I becoming under it? If it is squeezing out excuses, it is sanctifying your focus. If it is thinning your crowd, it is concentrating your courage. If it is breaking your routines, it is building your rulership. This is dominion training, private discipline before public demonstration. So hear the call. Do not drop out of class. Don't flee the storm. Don't cushion the nest. Lift your head, square your shoulders, and declare your identity above your emotion. Say it with me one more time. Like an eagle catching a new current, I am not being punished, I am being prepared. And before you die, you will sustain success because you chose wisdom over comfort, training over trending, and altitude over applause. I got news for you. The tragedy is not that you will die. The tragedy is dying with your treasure still locked inside you. The wealthiest spot on this planet is not the diamond mines of South Africa. It is not the oil fields of the Middle East. It is not the gold of South America. The wealthiest spot is the cemetery not too far from your house, where books were never written, songs were never sung, companies were never launched, inventions were never patented, cures were never tested, visions were never documented, and destinies were buried alive under fear, distraction, and the need for applause. I want you to write this down. Make a decision today to not add to the wealth of the cemetery. My greatest dream and wish for you is that when your time is finished, you will go to that cemetery completely empty, nothing left in you to bury, because you delivered it all while breath was in your body. Now hear the divine order. This is why the training feels intense. The Creator values character before charisma, judgment before jolts of visibility, stewardship before stages. God does not confuse motion with maturity. He weighs your life, not your likes. Your calling has weight, your destiny is heavy, and only wisdom can carry it without crushing you. Write this down. God will not promote what you cannot manage. He is not being cruel. He is being careful. He will not put a crown on an untrained head. He will not put a microphone in an undisciplined mouth. He will not put resources in a hand that leaks purpose. Say it with me. Train me before you trust me. What then is wisdom? Wisdom is governance. It is the capacity to manage power without abusing people, to manage people without losing purpose, to manage resources without worshiping them, and to manage timing without panic. Wisdom is the executive office of your destiny, where decisions are made about who gets access, what gets funded, when to advance, when to sit still, and how to hold vision steady while winds are howling. Many want expansion but cannot manage an evening, want followers but cannot manage follow through, want capital but cannot manage character. Are there eagles in this room? Then accept the order. Stewardship first, spotlight second, governance first, growth second, training before trusting. Let me diagnose the fork in the road. Pain without wisdom produces bitterness. It turns you into a professional victim with sharp memory and dull destiny. You memorize the names of betrayers but forget the name of your assignment. But pain with wisdom produces authority. It edits your impulses, clarifies your judgment, and gives your voice weight. Your scars become a syllabus. People listen, not because you shout loud, but because the storm tested you and you learned to manage yourself under pressure. So today, write this down and speak it out loud. Destiny carries weight, and wisdom is the only safe container for success. Tell your neighbor, if you sit next to a pigeon, say it louder. God will not promote what you cannot manage. Decide to die empty. Document your vision. Submit to the discipline that makes you safe to trust, and give yourself a hand, because you refuse to fund the cemetery. You will deliver every gift, every idea, every leadership assignment before you die. I got news for you. God never trains pigeons like eagles, because identity determines the syllabus. Write this down. Species decides strategy. Identity dictates instruction. If your training feels different, it's because you are different. Eagles fly alone, they see far, and they are not distracted by pigeons arguing over crumbs in the square. Pigeons survive on applause and leftovers. Eagles survive on vision and currents. Are there eagles in this room? Then I want you to join me at the top, because crowd dependence is a ceiling, but identity is a runway. Please write this down. Separation is not rejection, it is selection. The moment God sets your destiny on altitude, he starts subtracting noise. He will cut the umbilical cord to people who fed your insecurity. He will mute the chorus that managed you with compliments, and he will reclaim the private place where your original voice was born. Why? Because approval seeking makes you manageable by people instead of led by purpose. If they can feed your need, they can steer your life. And when people can steer you, the storm will own you. Say it with me. I refuse to be managed by applause. Tell your neighbor, I'm leaving the ranks of the pigeons. Tell the other neighbor, if that neighbor looks offended, tell him twice. Eagles are not arrogant, they are accurate. Accuracy about identity is not pride, it is protection. When you accept eagle identity, you stop negotiating your altitude with ground level opinions. You stop asking permission from those who cannot breathe where you are called to fly. Write this down. God removes familiar voices to restore original design, your original voice, your original vision, your original assignment. Familiarity can domesticate the wildness of your calling. Some of you have lost the taste for the old chatter, the old schedules, the old social dependency, and you think something is wrong with you. No, something is right with you. The Creator is returning you to factory settings. He is uninstalling the apps that drain your battery so your navigation system can lock onto destiny again. Give yourself a hand if you know he's rewiring your appetite for altitude. Now, here is the pivot. Please capture this. Once identity is upgraded, pain stops feeling personal and starts reading like a manual. Eagles interpret storms as transportation, not intimidation. They see pressure as wind they can ride. isolation as a quiet room where judgment is formed, and delays as time building trust. I need you to hear me. The next 6 signs we are about to diagnose will not offend you if you know who you are. They will explain you. They will translate your tears into training and your test into wisdom outcomes. Say it with me. When God is preparing me for altitude, he calls me out of the crowd and into eagle identity. So write this final line for this moment. Identity first, interpretation second. If you choose the eagle, your reading of life will change. Pressure will announce promotion. Storms will advertise new levels. And the thinning of your circle will thicken your courage. Are there eagles in this room? Then stand up in your soul and declare you are done with crumbs. You are tuned to currents. And you are ready for the signs that prove you are in class with the rare breed called the eagle. Sign number 1, unusual pressure. I got news for you. You are not being crushed. You are being calibrated. When God turns his attention to your destiny, the first symptom is weight. Suddenly the responsibilities increase. The timelines compress. The expectations intensify. And the margin evaporates. Your inbox is full. Your calendar is double booked. The numbers don't add up. The calls keep coming. The people you lead look at you for answers you've never had to give. And even your emotions feel like someone tightened the belt 2 more notches. You can't hide in entertainment. Sleep doesn't anesthetize it. And your old coping skills are not accepted at the new altitude. If that's you, smile at me with your eyes and hear your diagnosis. You are in class. Write this down. Pressure reveals contents. If you squeeze an orange, you never get apple juice. Pressure is honest. It exposes what has been stored, what must be strengthened, what must be surrendered. Diamonds are not born on pillows. They are formed under heat and weight. Gold is not purified by compliments. It is refined by fire. Eagles do not learn new currents sunbathing on branches. They find their lift when the headwinds rise. So stop asking for an easier semester. Ask for a wiser system. The weight is the curriculum. Now, let me confront you with a holy binary. Pressure is neutral until you interpret it. You can use it for depression or for dominion. You can let it push you into panic, self-pity, and paralysis, or you can let it push you into clarity, courage, and competence. Say it with me. Interpretation determines elevation. Write this down. Pressure is the evidence of capacity being expanded. If God trusted you with this weight, he saw room in you that you couldn't see yet. He is stretching your frame so your future does not burst your present. Application time. I want you to get practical. Where are you being forced to decide? Where are you being compelled to prioritize? Where must you simplify and lead? Write 3 lists tonight. Must end, must begin, must endure. Under, must end. Put the meetings that feed your ego but not your mission. The subscriptions that fund distraction. The relationships that demand energy but disrespect purpose. Under, must begin. Put a daily thinking block, a weekly review of priorities, a delegation plan for tasks beneath your assignment. Under, must endure. Put the weight that builds you. Early mornings, uncomfortable conversations, skill acquisition, and the solitude that sharpens judgment. Decide your top 3 outcomes for the next 30 days. Schedule them first and let everything else negotiate for leftover time. Tell your neighbor if they look like a pigeon, tell them twice my pressure is my promotion. Listen carefully. Eagles don't flap harder in storms. They lock their wings, angle into the wind, and let the very resistance lift them. Stop frantic flapping. Start strategic angling. Align your values. Trim your excess. Set your cadence and ride the current. Say it with me. I refuse depression. I choose dominion. I refuse panic. I choose principle. Give yourself a hand, because under this weight, you are not breaking, you are building. Not drowning, you are deepening. Not punished. You are being prepared with the wisdom you could never learn in comfort. Sign number 2. Listen to me carefully. Some of you are being scheduled by heaven for the quiet room. The invitations have slowed down. The group chats don't light up like they used to. The same people who once came to you for advice now avoid your direct answers. And you feel alone, even in a crowded office or a busy house. They say, you've changed, they whisper. She thinks she's better. They misread your focus as pride and your boundaries as betrayal. If that's you, smile with your eyes. Your diagnosis is in. You are not abandoned. You are being arranged. Everybody say, isolation is not rejection, it's instruction. Write this down. Eagles fly alone because altitude thins the noise. The higher you go, the fewer voices can breathe where you are going. Separation is not God insulting you. Separation is God insulating your assignment. He removes the chorus so you can hear the conductor. He closes the door so the council gets clean. Leaders must make judgments that are too delicate to be decided by public opinion. Purpose over popularity. Please write that down. If you crave applause, you will forfeit accuracy. If you chase crowds, you will misread conditions. God is training you to hear strategy that survives storms, and strategy is born in quiet. I got news for you. Misunderstanding is often proof your frequency changed. Not everyone has the bandwidth for your new clarity. When they can no longer predict you, they will project on you. Do not waste this semester explaining yourself to pigeons who are arguing over crumbs. Let results explain you later. For now, embrace the hush. The room is getting smaller so your voice can get stronger. Practical time. I want you to write down 4 habits for the quiet place. Number 1, journal your decisions daily. Date it. Describe the tension. Document the principle and record the outcome. Judgment is formed when your history speaks back to you. Number 2, filter your inputs. Turn off non-essential notifications for the next 30 days. Unfollow the noise that stirs comparison and reduce your news feed to your assignment. Your mind cannot be a public square and a strategy room at the same time. Number 3, choose mentors over crowds. Identify 3 voices with fruit, not fame men and women whose outcomes you respect. Then schedule monthly counsel and submit questions in advance. Number 4, schedule solitude like a meeting, a daily 30-minute thinking block, a weekly 2-hour review of priorities, and a monthly half-day retreat to refine decisions. Tell your neighbor, if they look like a pigeon, tell them twice, my quiet is non-negotiable. Write this down. Judgment is formed where applause cannot reach. God is editing your impulses, calibrating your timing, and teaching you the difference between urgency and importance. He's training your no so it protects your yes. He's curing you of approval, addiction, so you can carry authority without anxiety. Give yourself a hand right now. You are not lost. You are being located. And when this class is complete, you will emerge with a voice that does not tremble and a judgment that does not flinch, fit to lead where others only linger. Everybody say it again with authority. Isolation is not rejection, it's instruction. Sign number 3, loss of taste for old things. Smile with your eyes if this is you. The old entertainment feels empty. The jokes don't land. The parties feel plastic. The playlists that once numbed you now annoy you. And the people who used to energize you suddenly drain you. Even your own habits feel heavy. Late night scrolling feels like sand in your mouth. Binge watching feels like a tax on your future. And the small talk you used to tolerate now feels like theft. I got news for you. You are not bored. You are being born. Your appetite is changing because your assignment is calling. Write this down. Appetite is prophecy. What you crave is announcing what you're becoming. Maturity changes diet. Babies want sugar. Builders want substance. Pigeons peck at anything thrown on the ground. Eagles select their prey and insist on live food. Please hear me. Eagles don't eat dead meat. Vultures live off what is decaying. That's why they look the way they look. Wisdom refuses stale thinking and stale environments. When God starts training you, He will detox your tongue. He will reset your palate. And He will make the junk you once loved taste like cardboard so you can hunger for what builds you. Say it with me. My appetite is being upgraded. Some of you think you're slipping into depression, but I got news for you. You're graduating. Heaven is weaning you from the dopamine of distractions and reintroducing you to the nutrients of destiny. He is turning down the flavor of the crowd so you can desire the cuisine of calling. Write this down. When God is training you, He changes your appetite so your environment can match your assignment. Practical time. I want you to do an audit of your inputs. For the next 14 days, track what you consume. Music, media, conversations, rooms you sit in, and voices you allow to advise you. Beside each input, write one word: live or dead. Live means it breathes fresh ideas, tested principles, proven outcomes, people with fruit. Dead means it decays, gossip, outrage loops, recycled failures, reruns of your past. Replace dead with living. Swap reactionary news binges for strategic reading. Trade celebrity commentary for case studies of builders. Curate a playlist that feeds courage, not confusion. Schedule weekly time with purposeful company. 2 eagles who challenge you, not 10 pigeons who congratulate your stagnation. Tell your neighbor if they look like a pigeon, tell them twice, no more dead meat. Set boundaries that honor your new diet. Unfollow the noise that stirs comparison. Mute the threads that bait you into sarcasm. Decline the invitations that demand costume changes you no longer wear. Reallocate your budget. Fewer tickets to spectacles, more investment in courses, coaching, tools, and time. Reorder your calendar. The morning goes to thinking and reading, midday to building, evening to review and rest. Write this down. Your appetite is a compass. Follow it toward purpose. Are there eagles in this room? Then stop apologizing for outgrowing the menu. Give yourself a hand. Your taste is telling the truth. And as your appetite shifts, watch your circle shift, your language shift, your outcome shift, because God is aligning your environment to your assignment. Training you to crave what sustains altitude so you can fly where you were always designed to live before you die. Sign number 4, thorns in the nest. Are there eagles in this room? Then come close. I want to take you to the ledge. The mother eagle is a genius of training. She builds the nest high with sticks and brambles and thorns at the base. Then she pads it with wool and fur and soft feathers so the eaglets can be nourished while they are naive. But when the time comes, she doesn't make a speech, she makes a move. She starts pulling out the padding. She rearranges the furniture of their comfort. The same nest that used to feel like a hotel suite starts to feel like a hardware store. Every wiggle meets a poke. Every nap meets a needle. Every rollover meets a reminder. You were not designed to live here. You were designed to live here. Write this down. When comfort becomes painful, it is time-sensitive prophecy. Fly now. Smile with your eyes if I'm reading your mail. The job that once made you sing now feels like sandpaper on your soul. The meetings you used to anticipate now feel like 1,000 tiny pricks. The relationship that once soothed you now irritates you because your growth has outgrown the agreement. The routines that once stabilized you now suffocate you. Even your commute sounds like thorns. I got news for you. You are not cursed. You are being called. God will disturb what you depend on to deliver you to what you are designed for. Say it with me. Disruption is direction. Write this down. The nest is for nursing, not for nesting forever. The purpose of the nest is nourishment, not retirement. The mother eagle does not hate her babies. She honors their design. Love removes the pillow and reveals the prick, because love knows stale comfort becomes silent captivity. The longer you cuddle thorns, the more bitter you become. Staying produces resentment. Leaving produces development. Choose. Stew in offense or step into obedience. Sulk about the poke or study the pattern. Please write this down. Pain without movement becomes poison. Pain with movement becomes wisdom. Let me dramatize the moment. She holds dinner just out of reach, not to tease them, but to train them. Hunger pulls them to the edge. She flutters, she nudges, and suddenly gravity becomes a tutor. They drop, panic rises, wings flail, and then right beneath strong pinions sweep under and carry them back up. Again and again and again until fear burns off and design takes over. Eagles don't learn in a hammock, they learn on a ledge. Practical time. Document your thorns. Make a list tonight. What is consistently poking you? Separate petty offense from providential pressure. If it's just pride, repent. If it's purpose, respond. Design a runway, new skill acquisition, 90 days of savings, 3 mentors with fruit, a written exit criterion with dates. Don't quit in anger, graduate in order. Set a launch window and prepare your wings. Mornings for mastery, afternoons for execution, evenings for review. Reduce padding, remove excuses, rehearse courage. Tell your neighbor if they look like a pigeon, tell them twice these thorns are telling me, fly now. Write this down. God is not bullying you. He is birthing you. He is not punishing you. He is pushing you to practice what he put in you. Give yourself a hand. You are reading the message in the print. And when you step off this ledge, you won't fall apart. You will finally remember how to fly. Sign number 5, repeated tests and delays. Some of you stepped to the edge, you obeyed, you launched, and now you are standing in a hallway with 10 doors that all clicked open halfway and then paused. Interviews went brilliant until the final call, silence. Contracts came to signature page then, next quarter. The same character exam keeps circling back. A new supervisor with the same temperament as the last. A new opportunity requiring the same integrity decision you fumbled before. A new city with the same patience test at the same red light in your soul. Smile with your eyes if that's you. I got news for you. You are not being ignored. You are being examined. This is not divine cruelty. This is divine quality control. Write this down. Trust is a result of time, and test God. Verify stability before he releases scale. Eagles always test before they trust. The Creator follows his own pattern. He is not late, he is accurate. He is making sure the hinges can carry the door. He's about to open so it will not fall on the crowd you are called to serve. Delay is not denial, delay is calibration. He is aligning timing so the opportunity meets your maturity, aligning motive so your why is clean, aligning method so your process won't sabotage your promise. And here is the sentence I want engraved in your journal. Write this down. What you call delay, God calls development. Let me diagnose the loop. Repeated tests are mercy. Heaven keeps bringing the lesson back because promotion requires proof. If you cannot manage being overlooked without sulking, you will mismanage being celebrated without sinning. If you cannot honor leaders you do not prefer, you will not steward followers you do not understand. If shortcuts still seduce you in small corridors, you will sell out your principles when the corridor becomes a corridor of cameras. Everybody say with me, time and test produce trust. Practical time. How do you pass this class? Number 1, patience on purpose. Schedule your waiting. Use the hallway as a workshop. Block daily time to sharpen the very skill your last delay. Expose 30 minutes of craft, 30 minutes of strategy, 30 minutes of study. Number 2, integrity in the invisible. Do the small right when no one is clapping. Turn in accurate reports. Arrive 5 minutes early. Keep your word when it costs you. Return what isn't yours. Close tabs that invite compromise. And tell the truth without spin. Number 3, consistency over hype. Build a 90-day cadence. A weekly deliverable you send without reminder. A metric you track and improve by 1% each week. A review you conduct every Friday to refine your method. Excellence is not an event, it is a rhythm. Write this down. Repeating a test is not punishment. It is preparation until you can pass it without supervision. Tell your neighbor, if they look like a pigeon, tell them twice, I will not waste my weight. Audit your motive. Would you still do it if nobody knew your name? Audit your method. Is your system simple, documented, and teachable? Audit your timing. Can you hold steady when opportunities drip instead of pour? Say it with me. Delay is development. Test is testimony. Time is trust. Give yourself a hand. You are passing the class. And when the door swings this time, it won't tease you. It will trust you because you proved under time and examination that you are safe to scale with what you've been praying for. Sign number 6, storm resistance. Smile with your eyes if I'm about to describe your week. The invoices piled up. The deadlines moved closer. A conflict erupted at home. A system glitched at work. And two more problems introduced themselves without an appointment. And yet, somehow, your panic went down. Your breath slowed. Your thinking got cleaner. Instead of spiraling, you found structure. Instead of blaming, you started building. If that's you, I got news for you. You're not getting numb. You're getting trained. When fear is decreasing in the middle of increasing storms, God is preparing you for higher altitude. Write this down. Eagles love storms. Pigeons hide under carts. Ducks splash around, making noise. Vultures circle dead things, looking for blame. But eagles look at a storm and see a staircase. The wind that terrifies others becomes a ladder beneath their wings. They do not waste force flapping. They lock in, they angle right, and the resistance becomes lift. Everybody say, I will use this storm for altitude. Please write this down. Maturity is measured by response, not by the absence of adversity. Anyone can be calm on a beach. Leaders learn to be calm on a bridge in rush hour. Wisdom is not a life with no waves. Wisdom is the captain's poise while the waves perform. God is not promising you a forecast without clouds. He is forming in you an inner climate that governs the outer weather. Your composure is a confession. I am built for this. Let's get practical storm skills for eagles. Number one, decision triage. Write this down. Now, next, never. Now are decisions that protect people and purpose, safety, integrity, cash flow, mission. Next are decisions that move the project, assignments, timelines, communications. Never are distractions that look urgent but are not important arguments. Ego contests, rumor management. Put every demand in one of those three boxes. Number two, emotional regulation. A storm soul cannot steer a storm ship. Builder 3, step calm, breathe in for 4, hold for 4, release for 8 while repeating, I will not fear, I will govern. Then write your fear sentence and answer it with a principle. Even if X, I will Y because Z. Facts before feelings, principle before pressure. That's your law. Number 3, prayer and quiet time as command center. Schedule 2 non-negotiables when turbulence hits. Morning alignment, 15 minutes reading, listening, writing what you hear, and a midday reset, 10-minute silence to recenter your values. You cannot hear the conductor while arguing with the orchestra. Quiet leads the storm. Number 4, strategy under stress. Adopt the 30-30-10 rule. 30 minutes to collect facts, 30 minutes to generate options, 10 minutes to decide the next smallest right action. Then communicate clearly who does what by when and review at a set hour daily until the winds settle. Write this down. Clarity is courage in sentences. Tell your neighbor if they look like a pigeon, tell them twice my storm is my stairway. Say it again with authority. Everybody say, I will use this storm for altitude. Give yourself a hand because look at you, the problems got louder and your fear got quieter. That is not indifference, that is instruction. You are learning to lock your wings, angle into the wind, and rise where panic cannot breathe. You are not drowning, you are drafting. And when the clouds break, you will be sitting at heights others try to reach by flapping all year. Because the Creator is training you for leadership that rides the wind, not runs from it. Now we integrate. Please write this down. Divine training converts pain into wisdom, and wisdom into sustainable success. The signs you survived were not random, they were a curriculum. And a curriculum must graduate you into outcomes. 4 outcomes prove that your pressure, your isolation, your appetite shift, your thorns, your tests, and your storms have not been wasted. They have been converted. Are there eagles in this room? Then lean in, because this is the evidence that you are ready to carry altitude without collapsing. Outcome number 1, clarity. Write this down. Wisdom reduces confusion. You stop reacting like a pigeon and you start seeing like an eagle. Clarity is distance in your eyes and decisions in your mouth. You spot patterns, you read currents, you discern the difference between noise and a signal, and you order your life accordingly. You don't chase every ding on your phone. You define your day and let distractions negotiate for leftovers. Your yes gets holy. Your no gets clean. And your calendar becomes a confession of purpose. Say it with me. I see Father. Pressure made you prioritize. Isolation tuned your hearing. Appetite shifts purified your cravings. Now clarity sits in your chest like a compass that refuses to lie. Outcome number 2, discipline. I got news for you. Wisdom turns impulses into principles. Write this down. Discipline is the architecture of destiny. Feelings are not allowed to run the firm. Principles do. You build systems that can carry success. Morning alignment is not a mood. It's a meeting. The 30-30-10 rule is not a theory. It's a timer. The now, next, never triage is not a slogan. It's a sieve. Discipline takes your storm skills and assigns them a schedule. You set a cadence of excellence, weekly deliverables, review rhythms, guardrails for sleep, food, and focus, and success stops being an event and becomes a lifestyle. Everybody say, systems carry success. Outcome number 3, discernment. Write this down. Eagles always test before they trust. Wisdom sharpens judgment. You choose people, deals, and directions by fruit, not by flash. You run due diligence without apology. If a partner resists transparency, you resist partnership. If a deal requires you to hide, you decline and sleep like a baby. Build your 3 tests. Character, do they tell the truth when it costs them? Competence, do they do what they say consistently? Chemistry, can we build without bleeding each other? Time and tests produce trust, so you let time reveal motives and you let small assignments reveal methods. Tell your neighbor, if they look like a pigeon, tell them twice, I test before I trust. Outcome number 4, stewardship. Please write this down. Management invites multiplication. Wisdom teaches you to manage resources, influence, and time so success doesn't destroy your family, your health, or your integrity. You set margins the way pilots set fuel reserves, non-negotiable. Your budget becomes a statement of belief. Your calendar becomes a boundary for peace. You tithe honor to your marriage, attention to your children, rest to your body, and solitude to your soul. You treat platforms like pulpits, purpose first, ego last. And you measure growth by sustainability. Are we still whole, still honest, still healthy while we scale? Everybody say, I will not trade destiny for drama. Now lift your head and hear me. These 4 outcomes are the proof that the storm, the thorn, the delay, the silence have done their job. Pressure gave you clarity. Isolation formed your judgment. Appetite changed, birthed discipline. Tests refined your discernment. Storms trained your stewardship under wind. Give yourself a hand. You didn't just survive, you converted. And in a moment, I'm going to ask you to write it down, speak it out, and make the decision to fly. Because wisdom has now made you safe for success, and success has been made safe for you before you die. This is the moment activation. Take out your pen, open your notes. We move from hearing to heeding, from insight to itinerary. First, guided recap so your soul can locate itself. Sign number 1, unusual pressure. Sign number 2, isolation and misunderstanding. Sign number 3, loss of taste for all things. Sign number 4, thorns in the nest. Sign number 5, repeated tests and delays. Sign number 6, storm resistance. Now circle the numbers that are active in your life right now. If you circle 3 or more, smile with your eyes. You are in advanced training. Are there eagles in this room? Then say it with me. My signs are my syllabus. Write this down, 4 lines. Don't delay. Line 1, one current pressure you are facing. Name it, date it, describe it in 1 sentence. Line 2, one thorn poking you. The job, the habit, the room that has turned from pillow to prick. Line 3, one storm on your horizon. The deadline, the conflict, the cash flow, the diagnosis. Line 4, the specific wisdom each of these is trying to produce. Pressure must produce clarity. Thorns must produce movement and discipline. Tests must produce discernment. Storms must produce stewardship and composure. Connect each pain to its product. Pain without a lesson is wasted. Pain with a lesson becomes leadership. Now, boundaries, decisions prove identity. Write this down. What I stop, what I start, who I distance, who I seek. What I stop, dead meat inputs, gossip threads, outrage loops, reruns of regret, comparison accounts. What I start, living, learning, 30 minutes daily of strategy reading, case studies of builders, tools that strengthen skill. Who I distance, pigeons who love crumbs more than calling, vultures who feed on what's dying in you. Who I seek, 3 mentors with fruit, 2 pairs who stretch me, 1 emerging eagle I will pour into. Tell your neighbor if they look like a pigeon, tell them twice, no more dead meat. Open your mouth, commitment, seal, decisions. Say it with me. I am prepared for wisdom. I am trained for success. I will not die full. Say it again with authority. I am prepared for wisdom. I am trained for success. I will not die full. Give yourself a hand. Your tongue just told your future where to go. Now the next 7 days, because vision without a week is a wish. 1 habit. Choose it and schedule it. Morning alignment at 6:00 a.m. with reading, journaling, and the now, next, never triage, or the 303010 decision rhythm at lunch. Put it on the calendar daily. 1 courageous conversation. Book the meeting today. Apology you owe. Boundary you must set. Negotiation you have. Delayed date, time, agenda, outcome. 1 strategic step toward purpose. Register the business name. Draft the first chapter. Record the pilot episode. Ship the proposal. Define the smallest right move. And assign a deadline within 7 days. If it is not on the calendar, it is not a commitment. If it is not measurable, it is not manageable. If you do it once, you start it. If you do it 7 days, you shift it. Write this down and underline it. Training becomes transformation. When you decide, document, and act, flying is a choice. Sign your name beside today's date. This is your ledge. This is your lift. And when you step, you will not fall apart. You will remember what you were born to do before you die. Take a breath with me. Some of you are tired. Your shoulders are carrying months of pressure. Your heart is carrying misunderstandings that had no words. Your hands are carrying work that didn't clap back. And your eyes have cried in places nobody saw. Scars, cuts, and tears. Yes, training is costly. But I got news for you. Cost is not proof of defeat. Cost is proof of investment. The bill you are paying is not a fine. It is tuition. Give yourself a hand. You are still here. You are still teachable. And you are still dangerous to mediocrity. Write this down. You don't quit, you renew. The Creator schedules seasons of quiet, not to sideline you, but to strengthen you. The eagle does not brag in every season. There is a time when the king of the sky withdraws to a high, lonely place, lets all feathers go, allows the sun and the wind to work, and waits for new strength to return. Renewal is strategic silence. Renewal is a sacred appointment. Renewal is where you lay down yesterday's weight and pick up tomorrow's wings. Some of you don't need a new job yet. You need a new wind. Some need a new platform. You need a new pulse. Please write this down. Rest is not retreat. It is repair. Now hear the seal of the scripture that built this entire message. They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Waiting is not inactivity. Waiting is alignment that produces lift. Waiting is not twiddling your thumbs. It is twisting your life into his purpose until your weakness is braided into his strength. In that waiting, your panic becomes poise. Your timetable bows to his accuracy. And suddenly, the same wind that used to push you down becomes the wind beneath you. Everybody say with me, I will mount up. Are there eagles in this room? Then I commission you. Leave the pigeon arguments to the ground. Fly above the distractions. You don't have time to explain altitude to birds addicted to crumbs. Govern your tongue. Govern your calendar. Govern your gates. Go where you are sent. Build what you were shown. And return with wisdom and results. Bring back testimonies, not excuses. Bring back fruit, not feelings. Say with me. I will go up clean and come back with results. And now the final decision, the one that closes this training and opens your decade. Make a decision today. I will not add to the wealth of the cemetery. I will die empty. Say it again with authority. I will not add to the wealth of the cemetery. I will die empty. Sign it in your heart. Write it on your plan. Speak it to your team and whisper it when you are alone. God's promise to you is not mere survival. Renewal is available, and altitude is your assignment. Mount up with wings, my friend. Join me at the top. Let's fly before we die.